My message to you in this point that I'm making is don't let anybody tell you who you are. I'm not an expert in like any of this finance stuff. Hey guys, it's Akode. I'm going to be discussing the financial, mental, and physical health from the younger me to the older me. If you don't know me already, I make vlogs, lifestyle, and beauty related content. Continue keeping up with me. Make sure to follow all my social medias in the description box below. Subscribe to my channel so that you can see me walk through this journey called life. Let's get into the video. First point, upon entering a room. The younger me would always have the mindset that, oh, if I'm entering a room, then, oh my goodness, people are going to be looking at me and I don't feel comfortable with that. And that just makes me feel like, maybe I look bad. Or now that I'm older, I'm starting to realize you're setting the standard by walking into the room. You're having a nice posture. Your outfit, it's on point because you put it on. Of course, you're going to think, wow, people are looking at me. I'm actually setting an example of, how people should approach me, because maybe they're looking at my outfit and thinking, oh wow, that outfit looks so good, and that will make them want to actually approach you, maybe even compliment your outfit or make you feel good about yourself. My second point, being impatient, is one thing that I definitely had to learn growing up. As a younger person, I would always be so impatient when it came to anything that had to be done. Anything that, I see on social media or something that I would see that other people have, game system or the new iPhone that came out, I would pressure my mom, my dad to get whatever it is that I see that I want and that I like. Now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize like that was not okay, because at the end of the day, you can't have everything that you wish for, and that is okay. What I need to realize is that when you rush things in life, things are gonna turn out to be different from what your expectation was. The reality of the situation is not gonna be your expectation. My third point that I'm gonna make in this topic is insecurities. When I was younger, I used to always get told just cruel things. People would tell me, oh, you need to eat more, or they would compare me to like other figures and say, oh, you're so skinny, things to make me feel low. I found myself comparing myself to other people, and that is what made my insecurities more challenging to break out of, and it also made it difficult for me to get out of that mindset. Older me started to realize that no, I'm not gonna let other people tell me who I am, because I know what I am and I know what I look like, and I know that I'm beautiful. So I don't need somebody else to validate that or feel bad for feeling the way that I feel. My message to you in this point that I'm making is don't let anybody tell you who you are. Throughout my childhood is where I had, this whole skinny, oh, you're too skinny, you need to eat more. Like I would hear that like time and time again. Then I realized, I had to make a self-reflection and actually, go through the process to take those extra steps of what I can do to break out of those insecurities. And I'm happy that I did that, because now I feel so much more relieved and happier about myself and the way I look at myself. And I would give that same advice to anyone who's watching this right now. Fourth point that I want to make, giving no reactions to anything that people are saying or doing. As the younger me, I would always give a reaction to whether it's getting upset or angry, or if somebody was trying to roast me, because that was a thing. Like people would say, oh, I'm about to roast her, or you guys know what I'm talking about, like as a joke. Essentially, I would go home and I would still be thinking about it, like, why am I still thinking about this? I would question myself. Older me had to realize that I'm not gonna give a reaction to anything that I don't like that somebody else is saying, regardless of how rude it may be. You giving a reaction means that you're paying attention to them, you're listening to what they're saying. It's a cycle of, you're listening, you're trying to respond, you're giving a reaction, now they're gonna keep clapping back and keep saying something back to you. No reaction given, it just shows the other person that she doesn't care. I'm not gonna waste my time continuing to speak to her because she's not gonna listen. And that's all you have to do. And that is something that I learned to do getting older, and I'm very happy about that. My fifth point that I'm gonna make is limiting my social media exposure. Because, sweetie, that was a force that needed to be reckoned with. The younger me, I would always be on social media like all the time. Like, I found myself scrolling through Instagram, trying to see what was new, what was the tea, what celebrities were doing this. That's another way that my insecurities just elevated. They just got larger and larger and larger, and things and so many people that I was trying to compare myself to, and the things that other people were doing that I was lacking of. Older me learned about, I want to say, it was junior going to senior year of high school. I started to really see the dangers and the mental health issues that can come from social media and using it so much. My social media usage, that was the first thing I did. So then I also eventually learned about detoxing. And after I did those two things, it opened up my mind so much, and I became so open-minded to all of the things that are already around me. That was a huge realization that I had to make on my own. Social media is harmful. I'm just gonna leave that there and let you guys let that dive in. The sixth point I'm gonna make in this topic is my mindset shift. Younger me, I would always believe that, like I mentioned before about limiting my social media, shifting my mindset from about how social media really is and doing the things that I needed to do to fix my inner self and actually heal. And now that I'm looking back on it as the older me, I'm realizing the big shift that I made from just making those realizations about myself and actually going through the full process, like I mentioned before. That is just a shift in itself. The shift that I had to make actually helped me to grow and be as open to newer opportunities that came across my life. Obviously, I'm still going through my 20s. I'm currently 20. Seventh point that I'm going to make is getting into new hobbies. I would definitely advise to anyone. The younger me did not have all things in the world in mind. I was just using social media, watching movies, TV shows, leading up until I had that realization about social media. Older me, I'm actually learning about journaling, doing more reading books I enjoy like romance and action, mystery, drawing. I'm listening to music. That leads into my last point, where I'm actually getting closer with God and speaking to family. As the younger me, I was not very close to God. I went to private religious type of schools when I was in my childhood, so that was already kind of set in, and that was like kind of the expectation that my parents had for me. So I kind of already knew where their head was at with like getting to know God and actually learning about him. Me being the way that I was in my childhood and throughout middle school and high school, I was a follower and not really leading myself into the right direction. Older me, I'm actually getting closer to God. I'm learning about him. That is something that I need to have set in my life for my future to go in the direction that I want it to go. Actually saying this right now is really it's really mind-blowing because I did not expect that I would be sitting here right now talking to you guys about this. I can dive deeper into this in another video if you guys want to hear about it. My first point that I'm going to make is working out. As the younger me, I was not fit and I wasn't actually so focused in on like certain workouts, but I was an athlete. I played basketball and volleyball. If you can't tell, I'm a pretty tall girl. The older me realized that I actually do want to try working out and actually getting into the gym more. Back at my old uni, I would go to the gym like every morning, like from 5:30 to like 7:30, and I would just be working out. It's that there was a change in my body type. I liked that. I actually knew what my plan was. Like, I actually started getting into working out more and actually knowing my way around the gym, eating healthier. The younger me would always eat junk food like McDonald's, any restaurant that looked good, just any fast food. Older me, I was actually starting to eat things that were good for me. Stopped eating at fast food. I wanted to get into more research on like what meal plans I should be having. How can I achieve the body that I want for myself? I'm going to be moving on to the financial topic, and my first point is books about financial literacy. Not an expert in like any of this finance stuff. As the younger me, I did not get the information or the intel that I needed to understand how my future finances should look like, how I should manage my finances. I'm not referring just to my childhood, but like throughout some of my adolescence as well. So being in high school, I was just thinking about having my GPA as high as possible and getting all the good grades. And then I had the mindset of like, okay, I'm gonna go finish high school, go straight to college, and then start my career. Throughout that whole process, there's no foundation set for how I'm going to be learning about my financial literacy. Older me had to realize, wow, these are things that I actually need to be reading about and doing research on, because financial literacy is something important to have as a foundation when you're still young, so that when you get older, you can know how to manage your finances. The second point I'm going to make is investing in myself. The younger me did not have the mindset of, okay, I'm going to start thinking how I'm going to make investments and put my money towards something, make it an emergency fund so that I can be able to grow my money in those accounts, and over time, it will just be compounding. The older me is something that I am planning to do. Know the fundamentals of where and how I'm going to invest in myself. Third point is my favorite, the dream lifestyle that I want to have for myself. One thing that I'm going to want is a Rolls Royce. For me, I would think, oh no, like I'm not gonna be as far as I think I can because it's so difficult to make money now, get the best career that I can after I graduate from high school, and be able to make the money from there so that I can build this lifestyle that I envision for myself. Older me, I actually am learning. I'm still learning, don't get me wrong, learning about how I'm going to manage all this, and I'm still navigating my way through this, but I do have a vision, because everybody is having a vision of what they want their dream lifestyle to be. I'm sure you do too. As you're watching this video, you're probably even thinking about it at this moment. I want to be able to travel when I want and go to the places and learn new different cultures and let different environments sink in, be more open-minded to how other people live their lives. And I think that will also be so inspiring, and I would advise like anybody else too, because I want everybody to win. I want everybody to get where they want to be and get to their dream lifestyle that they envision for themselves. That being said, that concludes the end of this video. Make sure to stay tuned for more. And if you guys want a part 2, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Peace!